Ladies and gentlemen, welcome your host for today, Mr. Y. Callum.
Hello, my name's Y. Callum, and my content creating journey completely changed in February 2023 when I opened a mystery kit box. Slough! It's Slough! Come on! It was indeed Slough that we pulled out of that mystery kit box, and then in the remainder of the FM23 game cycle, I continued to play as Slough Town. We worked all the way from the Vanarama South to the Championship. We didn't quite get success with the Slough save. And just as I was considering starting a new save, perhaps with a different club, I got a few messages through from people around Slough Football Club.
Cal, apparently I need to have a word with you, mate. I've heard a rumour that you're throwing the towel in and I'm not that pleased about it.
Callum, fans are outraged. You can't stop this Slough save.
Come on, let's have one more season from you.
But please, mate, please stay for Slough. You'll be amazing this season, mate.
Come on, we need you to carry on as I need to sell more copies of the game in the club shop. Please.
Continue your Slough career, mate. Trust me. Once a rebel, always a rebel.
Keep playing. We need you more than ever.
Imagine I threw the towel in, mate. It just wouldn't happen. We love football. You've got to get us to the Premier League before I do. What have I got? So if we go to the National League, League 2, League 1, Champ, Prem, I might beat you to it, but I think you can get there sooner. Keep going, mate.
And so that brings us to FM24, and that brings us to here. We are doing Football Manager 24 with Slough again, but now it is with a twist. The twist is that we're not just doing a general Slough save, we are doing a Bill Slough save. In the name of Bilbao, we're trying to work around using the Bill Slough region. Now, to be able to work within the Bill Slough region, you need to claim a Bill Slough passport. And as you can see on the screen here, it says all players through the Slough youth system, they qualify for a Bill Slough passport. If you were born in the Bill Slough area, which I'll show you in a second, you qualify for a Bill Slough passport. And if you've played for Slough for 3 years, you qualify for a Bill Slough passport. There are exceptions, and I'll be honest with you, as I said to you previously, I have given myself a little bit of wiggle room because we didn't even get to the Premier League with no rules at all last year, so I need to give myself a little bit. And that little bit is we're allowed 3 non-Bill Slough players, a little bit like the non-EU players in different leagues throughout Europe. That's the rule we're going with here. And the 3 non-Bill Slough players could be huge. However, there's a caveat to that as well. Those 3 players will qualify for a Bill Slough passport after they've played for the club for 3 years. So we'll be able to rotate these players if they hang around, basically. And the original squad, all of the original squad that we have an automatic Bill Slough passport. Now, what is the Bill Slough area? This is the Bill Slough area. I won't go into it in too much depth, but it's a lot of the counties around the south of England. It is not all of them. As you can see, we've got Hampshire, we've got East and West Sussex, Kent, Surrey. London is massive for this save. Berkshire, which is where Slough are based, Oxford, Buckinghamshire, Milton Keynes and the Isle of Wight are the different places where we are going to get this save started. And that's where we can sign players from. And we've started doing that already. We're on the 5th of August. We're on match day 1. But let's tell you about the team to start off with. It's worth noting as well that this save will be crossed over Twitch and YouTube. So these won't overlap in the sense of I won't be putting things on YouTube that have already been seen on Twitch. And equally, you won't be seeing the things on Twitch that you're seeing on YouTube. These will be little one-off episodes in the middle of seasons that you are able to sort of catch, almost like a behind the scenes thing. So if you want to catch that, I am the same name over on Twitch. It's Y Callum. If you want to see a little bit more in depth, have a chat with me, chat with the creator. Why wouldn't you want to chat with me? There's a lot of reasons. But let's not go into those. But yeah, I'll be live over there as well as posting the videos on YouTube. Now, I've spent the summer trying to sort of find different players that would suit our style. Something I did in FM23 was I basically came into the club and got rid of the entire squad, which was very embarrassing when I actually met the real life squad and had to explain to them that I didn't use them because I'd sold them all. This time round, when I meet the squad this season, I want to be able to tell them, yeah, you did this and you did that. So we're going to try and keep as much of the real squad as possible. If you're a fan of Slough, you'll know a lot of these names. You've got Rohan Luthra, who's on loan from Cardiff, who is our one and only keeper. Now, in FM24, I have been told there's lots of injury problems with goalkeepers, so we are going to have to look at potentially strengthening there. We're playing with the back five, with Matty Lench, who is a stalwart of the Slough side. He will be playing in our central midfield position. Leon Chambers-Perillan alongside him, Johnny Goddard, Johnny Giles, George Alexander, who's on loan from Bromley. We're relying on George Alexander a lot for goals this season, so we're hopeful he will be able to do the business. We have made 2 signings, which I will talk you through quickly now, one of which might sound like he's not from the Slough area, but I promise you he is. It's Pablo Martinez. Pablo Martinez, he is English and Welsh nationality. Always important to check for the Slough safe. Where are they based? Oxford he is based, so we are all good with Pablo Martinez. Got him in on a free transfer. He's a centre-half, and as you'll see from our formation, we will need centre-halves this season. At 22 years of age, a bit of room to improve as well, but excited to have Pablo on board for £90 per week. We are working with very tight margins here. Another player who we're bringing in who won't feature in today's game, because I've literally just signed him this moment, is Chris Paul, the man with 2 first names, a central midfielder who can play across the back line and in defensive midfield. Could be really useful utility option. One key fact for you, if you haven't done non-league management before, you need players who can play everywhere. They will be your favourite players all the way through. And I think Chris Paul for us could be huge. English and Northern Irish. He was born in Enfield, so we are all good there for the Slough. And he's been around a little bit. He has played 81 games already, the 25-year-old. Excited to see the man with 2 first names, whether he can live up to the hype. I'm not sure what that hype is, but let's hope regardless. We've got a little bit of wiggle room within the budget as well. We've got about £500 in the wage budget to play with. We decided to drop the expectations for cup competition. So I think it gave us something like £11,000. So I've chucked that straight into the wage budget. So there is still wiggle room to maybe get a couple of players in. The beauty of non-league, we don't play to transfer windows. We could get them at any point during the season. So if injuries come, for example, to a goalkeeper, we could potentially bring one of those in. But I know why you're here. You're here because you want to watch Slough Town Football Club play a masterclass away to Maidstone. I think we can all agree on that. That's why I'm here as well. And this is the team that will start us in our first ever fixture in the FM24 Slough Safe. I'm excited. I'm honestly excited. I haven't played a lot of the game so far, so I am really looking forward to seeing how the match engine runs at non-league and seeing how this Slough team holds up for us. So we go in, this is the starting formation. It says custom vertical tiki-taka. I'll be honest with you, I've moved away from tiki-taka. It's Callum Ball 1. That's what we're calling this tactic, Callum Ball 1. Everyone, all the tacticians on YouTube, I'm pretty much in the top 4,000, I'd say. Ryan Luther will start in goal. Joe Dandy, Temi Eweka, and Danny Bayliss. It's not Danny, it's Dan Bayliss. I hope Dan doesn't watch because I know he plays Football Manager, so I apologise, Dan, in advance. We'll play another back 3. We'll play with a ball player, a centre-back, and a no-nonsense. That might not work. I'll be honest with you, it might not work, but we're going to give it a go nonetheless. We've got 2 wing-backs. We've got Captain Josh Jackman and Tyrese Dice Baby. In the middle, we've got Matty Lench and Chambers-Perillan. With out wide, Johnny Goddard and Johnny Giles. It's the Johnnies. Couple of Johnnies. There's no joke there. Couple of Johnnies. And up front, we've got George Alexander. George Alexander, the man on loan till January, which worries me massively. Our bench does have Pablo Martinez, our new signing in there, Menashe Sundere, Gabe George, Dominic Hutchinson, and Tom McElroy. Tom McElroy, interesting actually, in real life has just left. So so we're living in a different world. But let's go ahead and let's go and beat Maidstone, shall we? Now, the first thing to note on this beautiful SAS skin, by the way, which I will link in the description, is we're playing against a man called Joseph. Now, if you watched my streams at all last year, you'll be quite surprised to see Joseph on the other side of Slough Town. He was an absolute club legend for us. He played all the way through the divisions. I tried to sign him in the summer, and he went to Maidstone. It's a different journey, this one, and it's a different story that we're making. So as we head into the team talk now, I'm going to say I'm going to say the pundits might not believe in us today, but the fans do. Go and do them proud, and they don't care. They couldn't care less. So we're gonna say we've got faith. Matty Lench likes that. Is it just Matty Lench? Perfect. Matty Lench is prepared. He's here, he's there, he's every flipping where. Matty Lench. And interesting, they're playing a very defensive formation here. George Alakobi, their manager, ex-Wolves left back. I saw him play in real life, and he is gigantic. He's a real... Look at him. And there's us in our purple suits. Oh, it's a solid handshake. I feel like they're winning 1-0 there. Slough in the beautiful new away kit. Now, we will need to play the match settings because we are very much... played our first fixture, so of the save, as you can see, I've not done any sort of reruns or anything, no sort of dodginess around here, and here we go, Maidstone versus Slough. I'm excited. I'm genuinely excited. I think we picked up an early book in there. They've got a back through Jojo in it. We intended on having Jojo in our defence as well, so it's disappointing to see us. Petrasso comes down the right-hand side for Maidstone, whips the ball in. It's headed on. Luthra should claim this with ease, and he does. Rowan, the man on loan from Cardiff. But it's another chance for Maidstone here. Here's Delafer, the man on a booking. Out to Bone. Bone gives it into corner. He's got a bit of space as well. Blocked initially. Brown now down the left-hand side. Cross it in. Bayliss cuts it out nicely, though. And now it's our first chance to see us on the ball. Goddard into Lench. Over to Chambers Perillon. How are we going to build here? Johnny Giles. He's got a man on the left-hand side. It's Dice, baby. As he comes out. Can he get the ball in? Dice into Chambers Perillon. Come on. Lench shoots. And it's pretty hopeless from Matty Lench. And it's over the bar. But it's nice to see a bit of possession from Slough here. We do have more of the ball as the game has gone on. 61% possession. Only 22 minutes in, though, and it's 0-0, so does anyone really care about possession? I do a little bit when it's better for us. Fowler and Giles does really well defensively there. Bayliss into Chambers Perillon. Giles now down the left-hand side. Giles, I'm playing him. He's got a really good crossing attribute. I call it cribbling, which is crossing and dribbling. That's what I'm always looking for from a good winger. And yeah, Johnny Giles has cribbling. As Bayliss gives it out to Dice, baby. How many times am I going to say that before that's annoying? Dice, baby, crosses. Alexander heads over the bar. It's a big chance early on for Slough. But Dice already on 7.1. You love to see it. You love to see our left-hand side having a bit of joy here. Why did I speak? 30 minutes in, crossed in, it's to the back post. Dice chests that to Temi, and Rowan Luthra brings it away. Giles now, he's quite central there for a left mid. Chambers Perillon playing on that attack duty central midfield role, loses out to Delafer, maybe trying to run at him, maybe playing with the book in there potentially. As a long ball's played forward, Eweka. I'm going to have to work on saying Temi's name. I might just call him Temi. I don't know why I struggle with it. Lench into Giles. Knocks it over to Alexander. Oh, Alexander's going to get there. Goodness me. Left-footed half volley is well over the bar. It's another attempt on goal then, 5 of which that we've had so far. We are going to encourage the boys. I think it's been a good start. Maidstone are not a bad side. And so I'm quite encouraged by the start. 67% possession. We've had a lot more of the ball than them. As Luthra gives it out to Dandy here. Jackman on the right side. We haven't really seen anything down our right yet. And Dandy now. You can see Jackman going beyond Goddard there. That's what we want to see from our wing back. As Bayliss now. As it's a poor ball from Bayliss, and Petrasso now picks it up for Maidstone. Petrasso into Corn. Corn shoots! What a... I was going to say one save. It's pretty unorthodox. It didn't go in. And my dad always told me, it's a good save if it doesn't go in. So that was a good save from Luthra as it's headed away. It was towards Jojo there, but Jackman wins the header. First real sightings of set pieces that we're seeing at 42 minutes into the game. Petrasso will take this. It would break my heart if Jojo scored as Jackman heads it away. It's Jojo! Oh my goodness. Don't need that, Jojo, please. Will we sign Jojo at some point during the save? I genuinely hope we do, but I doubt it. And you know what? First half, it's not bad. A 0.54 XG, the analytical data. Let's pretend like we know what we're doing. We look quite wide. We look quite well spread. The central midfielders, potentially, we might need one dropping in because our wide men, as you can see, are sort of dropping inside and the full-backs are going beyond them, which I don't mind, actually, because we are looking... we're going to say we like how we dominated possession. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move Matty Lench's duty, and I think we're going to move him as a playmaker instead, just so we can sort of have a number in there. I mean, the temptation, both wingers not really done an awful lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move Johnny Giles into an attack duty and Johnny Goddard, both Johnnies, onto an attack duty. Let's see if that has any impact in the second half. As Chambers Prillon now brings it away. Surely not. Oh, referee! He went straight. I'm not sure why I'm slapping my arm there. It wasn't a handball. It was an attempted foul. It was absolutely disgraceful, really, in my opinion. But a lovely start to the second half. I got a bit too excited there, didn't I? Let's face it. 55 minutes on the clock, not an awful lot changed. Giles has actually gone down to a 6.4, so we will start looking at potentially making a change here. Jackman is tired and has a knock, which is not ideal, so we are going to look at a potential change here. The one issue we do have, and this is one of the issues with having 5 on the bench, is we don't actually have a wing back. So can Dandy play there? Not really. Not really. Can Sundire play there? No. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring Pablo Martinez on, mainly because I want to see Pablo Martinez, if I'm being completely honest with you. His first touch is 7, so I'm not sure we can play him as the BPD. So we'll just put him on as a central defender on defend. Johnny Goddard is having a poor game as well, so we will get on Hutchinson there, and I think we'll leave it at that. We're only 62 minutes in. I was tempted to make a striker change as well there, but I think Hutchinson and Pablo coming on. Pablo for his debut, of course. The Welsh-English Spaniard. As Greenidge now has it. Brown, well tackled from the substitute Hutchinson. Dandy playing out of position here into Pablo. Our first sight, he's wearing red boots. It's bold. It's bold and I love it. He knocks a long ball over and it's awful. And Coverland saves with ease there for Maidstone. 65 minutes on the clock. This is when the magic starts to happen. And would it be magic for us or will it be magic for them? It's Ogo Obi, who used to play for Slough last season, brings it on. Brown, off to Corn, shoots well over the bar. The quality of striking is sticking out to me quite considerably here. It's been quite rubbish, hasn't it? Let's face it. As a Bone now has a free kick. Knocks it in, headed away initially. Martinez tries to get there but doesn't get to the second ball. Bone, Lench tries to win that header and can't. All the second balls being won by Maidstone here as Delafer into Petrasso. Petrasso for Maidstone now, into Fowler, gives it back to Petrasso, good 1-2. Bayliss does really well, the towering centre-half wins that one back. Giles into Dice, Chambers Perillon now. Can you see Lench just dropping that little bit deeper, and that's what we wanted to see. As Leon Chambers Perillon drives through this midfield, he's still going, Leon, gives it to Hutchinson, who shoots over the bar. It's another poor effort. We've only had 1 shot on target in the game, which is not ideal. 8 shots and 1 on target is not what you want to see. As Bone brings this forward for Maidstone. Alexander's going to cut that out though. Good pressing from the pressing forward there. Pablo into Lench. Hutchinson, lovely ball. Alexander, Hutchinson wins his back. Dominic Hutchinson, the substitute. Oh, it's just over the bar. It's a big chance from Dominic Hutchinson. I thought for a second we might get a bit of joy. Right, 15 minutes to go, or thereabouts. We are going to make our final change. My temptation is McElroy for Alexander, I think. I think that's where I want to go. Unless we get McElroy out on the right. I feel like he could potentially play. He's got a bit of pace about him. Let's try that, and let's move him as an inside forward. So potentially he could get a bit more involved with Alexander. Let's see whether that could have any impact. Let's have a look at the tempo as well. We've got two wide men out there, so we're going to be even wider now, I think. And I'm also going to be distributing to flanks because I feel like that's where we've got our fresh legs and that's where we could potentially cause some issues. As Pablo has a free kick. Why on earth is Pablo taking it? Oh my goodness. Pablo shoots into the side. It's actually not a bad free kick from there. I mean, that would have been the headlines. Why Callum's new signing scores a free kick on debut? Well, I mean, it sounds more surprising when it's the centre half, though, doesn't it? Really, as we head into the final 10 minutes, it's demand more. Are we going to get anything out of this? Am I really starting my YouTube series with a 0-0 draw? Oh no! Why did I say words? Wanjal Smith with the corner. Oh, I've got a horrible feeling. I don't want to look. It's horrible. Greenidge, his head's over the bar. We're actually going to start the series with a 0-0 draw. I hope you're enjoying it. Please do. Consider clicking the subscribe button if you've enjoyed it. As I say, the journey will continue over on Twitch as well, so important to follow both if you are enjoying it. As Alexander's through here, I'm getting excited all of a sudden. Alexander Hutchinson, he turns, he shoots, and Dominic Hutchinson has given us the lead in the 91st minute. Come on, get in there. It's a massive moment. Alexander, we decided to keep him on, and the substitute does so well there. Alexander holds the ball up nicely. He waits for the ball. He waits for the runner. That runner is Hutchinson, who touches it away and plays it into the bottom right corner. It's a massive, massive goal. Maidstone 0, Slough Town 1. There's a song in these parts that we like to sing. Slough Town are massive everywhere they go. Slough Town are massive everywhere they go. As Reynolds comes forward here for Maidstone. Could it be an immediate heartbreaker? Enza Nolm, it's well blocked there. And the keeper is coming up. You are joking me. It's the 91st minute in the first game of the season. The keeper's in the box. It's all the drama. Petrasso shoots over the bar. The keeper came up for them to put it onto the edge. Knocked away by Luthra. Are we going to seal a win here in our first fixture? And I'll tell you what, it's a great win if we can. McElroy comes forward with it. He's tackled by Delafer. Corn, referee, we're over the allotted time. 15 seconds over. Dice, great tackle. Referee! Where's the time gone? What is going on? Enza Nolm crosses in. Get there, Dice. There's a corner, right? You've got to blow up. This is ridiculous. I can't believe what I'm seeing here. Unbelievable. Mason have got a corner there. A minute over time. It's headed away by McElroy. The keeper's up again. Bayliss clears. Ends it on. Why have they not blown up? And there it is. Come on. It's a win on the opening day. It's Maidstone 0, Slough Town 1. Let's see that winner again, shall we? Dominic Hutchinson with it. Alexander did so well holding the ball up. Played it into Hutchinson, who took a couple of touches to get out of his feet and rifled it into the bottom right-hand corner. It's Maidstone 0, Slough 1. It's 3 points on the board. So we start the season, we start the save with a comfortable, so comfortable 1-0 victory away at Maidstone. A clean sheet and a goal for our loney Dominic Hutchinson, which is fantastic to see. If you did enjoy the content, please do consider clicking that subscribe button, clicking the like button. As everyone knows, it's very much appreciated, especially for small content creators like myself. If you want to continue with the action, Callum on Twitch, go over there, click follow on me there, and you'll see a little bit more in depth than today. I will do my best to pop YouTube videos here and there, but for now, it's been an absolute pleasure. I'll catch you on the other side. See ya.